Hey, this is a report for InstructPix2Pix over ControlNet. It was a research project to see the limits of ControlNet. So I've been training this for about 8 hours. I just woke up, checked in on it on a single A40 from NVIDIA, and let's look at the comparison to see how it looks. So we got here the conditioning, which is basically what we want to turn the picture into. So, for example, the last one is have the water be a lake. So let's first take a look at the control pictures, which is the source images. So we got the boy that will be swapped out for a cat. We have the bedroom that will be swapped out for a gym, at least we should have. This will be turned into a desert and water turned into a lake, if I didn't say that already. So yeah, let's take a look at the reconstruction. So this is the original InstructPix2Pix model. So the gym turns more into a living room. So that did not work quite well, but that's not our concern. We're looking at Pix2Pix instruct, not how to get all of this working. So that's the limitation of their model. So this is supposed to be a lake. I guess it fits. The desert fits. The cat, okay, yeah. It is what it is, yeah, worked. Just more stars for some reason, but okay, it's fine. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Now let's take a look at what our model does. So the bedroom kind of stays into a bedroom, but yeah, InstructPix2Pix didn't do any better there as well, so let's ignore that for now. The boy is not swapped out for a cat, but it does contain sort of the same position, so it does go into the right direction here. One thing that is really surprising, and this is where we're heading to right now. Look at what this picture is, the source, the snow one. Look at how it barely turns into a desert here, but here it actually did it quite well. It still contains the same kind of horizon, which I was really surprised at. The background, of course, is completely different, but it's still pretty nice to see that it got it sort of right. And the sea as well, it turns into a way better lake with still the same horizon, as you can see, as compared to InstructPix2Pix that barely managed to do it. Like, InstructPix2Pix makes more or less a snow background, but this one actually got the lake right. And I am really surprised there because they are both trained from the same dataset. In fact, our InstructPix2Pix ControlNet model is trained on a subset of 1/50th of the full dataset. There's only 10,000 pictures in there, while the real version has like 400 gigabytes worth of pictures. I couldn't download them all at once. That's why I, had to learn on a small dataset. But this is pretty nice. I really love the lake. I think it's even better than InstructPix2Pix. Does that mean it will get all of the pictures right? I don't know. But for that we have to run a bigger training. So I guess that's the next step. Alright, I thought I'd show one more. So let's take a look at here. Here's our conditioning, which basically says what to turn into. Okay, let's take a look at the control images. So this painting here on the right, it has a painting of a landscape or photograph and a flower, and it says make the day stormy. So this is what InstructPix2Pix does with make the day stormy, and you can see that it almost didn't change anything, but it does look stormy, so there's points there. But the second one, turned it into a rainbow bridge, it barely didn't do anything. It still stays black and white. It just changes some of the construction of the bridge, and that's about it. Now let's take a look at our ControlNet InstructPix2Pix. Boom! Like, the painting is, or the photograph is turned into some kind of frame. And of course that's not entirely correct, but I love how hugely stormy that got. The bridge actually turned into a rainbow bridge, but it got cut off halfway. But the fact that it got that part right is pretty interesting to me. And this one is one of the most interesting, the middle one. It should turn into a watercolor painting, where InstructPix2Pix does do it sort of, but our ControlNet InstructPix2Pix does somewhat more intensely. So I guess this model will be really good at more intense editing. Same with the volcano. ControlInstructPix2Pix is... Oh, I think my Wi-Fi got shut off because my mom is doing vacuum cleaning. But anyway, I can keep recording. So yeah, turning hill into a volcano did work. Our InstructPix2Pix kind of again changes the entire picture, but the horizon sort of keeps staying the same. So I guess this will further improve and it will start editing less details as time goes on. But it's really interesting to see that every single one of these pictures, it did get the edit right, even though our training set does not have a fully functional edited picture. So my guess, it's either going one or two directions. Either it will be better than InstructPix2Pix and it will edit images much more clearly, even though it's trained on the same dataset, or it will not do anything at all. There's nothing in between. But this is going to be super interesting to wait out on.